Hello. Today was an alright day. Nothing super crazy or out of the ordinary. It's still like relatively summer weather. It's like getting colder, but it's not freezing. Yeah, I was able to like wear a short sleeve dress today without freezing, but now that it's night, it's a little chilly. This is why I hate where I live. I like having like a moderate in between, but I wish I lived somewhere where it was always warm. What's been up with me though? Actually, I started this thing. I think I mentioned it before, but I'm signed up for this awesome opportunity with my school to like work at like high school football games recording. Like, it sounds silly, but it's like for an actual news channel. We're recording football games and like we had to work the cameras and the audio, or we didn't actually, we were just shadowing, but it's like the opportunity is coming up because we do it till the end of the football season. So our first week was just shadowing, but it's like a 12-hour shift. We're gonna get paid at the end, but it was a long day. It was like 12 to 12. But it's cool. We get like a little van ride there and they give us dinner. So it's just some more excitement to my life. I did apply to a job at like a art store, and I got rejected just because I don't have a lot of offers I can give up because I'm in school right now. So I'm trying to apply to this fast food place and see if they'll take me because I can work weekends. But I know like that's what every other student is saying right now. It's not. There's plenty of other students in high school and college right now who are like, oh, I can work weekends but can't work week shifts. So I don't think I'm very, what's the word, valued right now. There's plenty of other kids who can work weekends. But what else? Today I've been getting so, I shouldn't be getting frustrated, but every time I try to like record myself, because I've been trying to like lock in and start recording more of my music, because I have tons of like songs I've written. Obviously not all of them are good, some are pretty shitty, but I'm trying to lock in and record some more of them. But I swear every time I try to record myself, there's someone like stomping upstairs, obviously not intentionally, or like the vacuum's on or something. And I'm not gonna be like a brat and be like, I'm trying to record my music, because I'm the one living in their lives. I'm the one that they let in. It's not like that huge of a thing, but it's just funny. Every single time I like get my guitar, practice a song, I'm gonna record myself. Sometimes it's just not even like share anywhere, just to record for myself to have, to like see my improvement and remember songs. It's like there's someone stomping, having a party upstairs. But that's what I do like when I'm at school. If I have time between classes, I'm able to go in the recording rooms or the like insulated vocal rooms and record myself, which I've been liking. But I don't have as much free time at school as I would like, just because I'm taking a lot of classes. And then I had an interview with one of my professors today about working on campus. Like, it wouldn't start for a few more weeks, but it would be helping out with like the college's radio station, which would be kind of cool. But that would mean you have even less time on campus. That's like free time, because I think it's like a minimum 5 hours a week, maximum 10 hours a week, which sounds like easy, like 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week, that's easy. But it has to be between 9 and 3 p.m. on weekdays, and like 90% of that time I would be in class. So I'd be like really, like, it doesn't have to be like a certain amount of time each shift, but because I have so many classes during the day, it would be like half an hour here, 2 hours here, half an hour there. It would be very chaotic, but we're gonna see how it works. And I also just said there's any other jobs they could offer that would maybe be later in the day, just because a lot of my classes are between 9 and 3 p.m. But that's still money. I've been talking about how I fucking need money. Who doesn't need money? But I've been unemployed for almost a year now, that hurts. But I'm getting a little money from this football thing, which honestly the main reason I signed up to do it wasn't for that, was for the like experience, because that's relative to my major, media production, media arts. But the money is definitely a huge plus. And then trying to find a weekend job if possible, because it's not like every other student's trying to find a weekend job during the beginning of school season. And I submitted a couple of articles to my school paper, which that's not paid, but it feels cool because he liked them all. He was like, oh yeah, I'll use these two, and the other one I'll save for the first story of the next publishing or whatever. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know. It's not like it's very competitive. I'm sure even if they sucked, he's probably still would have put them in there, but I don't know, a little praise is nice, I guess. I like praise sometimes. And what else? I've been like losing my head. That's dramatic, but everyone keeps asking me what I want to do. This is not like it's like a silly question. It's like a common, basic question. But they keep asking me like, oh, what's your plans after the college I'm at now, which is a community college. It's only like 2 years maximum. And I'm like, I really don't know. Because I'm so indecisive. A couple months ago, the original plan, and as of right now, the plan still is, I have the ability, just because of how many credits I have, to graduate within 3 semesters, which would mean this semester, so this full year of college, and then half a year of college. So I would graduate like December, which means I would get my associates before I turn 18, which is like, oh, that's so cool, you should do that. But honestly, like, there's so much cool opportunities out there. Like, my classes, I'm like actually learning from them, you know, which, I mean, that's what they're for, but it's not like I'm doing them just for the credit. I actually, you know, enjoy what I'm learning in my classes. So part of me is like, well, I could just, you know, I'm already going to be taking that first semester of the year. Might as well just spend the full 2 years and just take a bunch of classes I want to take at the last semester, because my financial aid covers it already. So that's like one thing on my mind. And then I'm like, originally I was like, no, I'm just gonna do my associates because it's 100% free because of financial aid, being in foster care, whatever. And, you know, if I have the opportunity to graduate before I'm 18, I can just get school over with. But like, I fucking love being a student, and I know I love being a student. And I feel like it's gonna be so much harder to be I mean, it's not, because there's plenty, I mean, it's still possible. There's plenty of older people in my college right now who are like over 3 times my age, 4 times my age. Oh my god, why can't I not think of that? 64? Is that wrong? I'm not even gonna think about it. When I get to talking, I can't do math. Like, I can do math. I'm good at math. I'm reasonably okay in math, but I can't like multitask. But what was I saying? I could, you know, go to college later in life, but I'm like, because I'm still in foster care, I got less financial aid benefits. So it's like, what if I want to go to college after I get my associates? I could. I'm just saying it's possible. I would still have the financial aid money. I'm not sure if it'd cover all of it, especially if it's like a more expensive college than just like the cheapest one possible, which is what I went to, even though it's still a good college. But it's just something to keep in mind, I guess. I mean, obviously I would want to apply soon if I was going. I don't know. But just people keep asking me about that. I'm like, I don't know. Which is silly, just because I do the same thing for my friends who are still in high school. I'm always like, are you thinking about college? Yeah, do you think you want to go? I'm like so pro not going to college too. Like, if I wasn't getting this financial aid money, I wouldn't have gone to college. I love college. I love being a student. I don't know, I just love it. But originally I was going to, because I'm like, that's such a debt hole. But because it's getting paid for, I think I'll leave it up to. I'll see how much my financial aid would cover if I go for my bachelor's. And I don't even know what I want to get it in. But I don't know, I feel like I talk about college too much in these, and I have other things on my mind besides college. This is like the biggest new thing for me. So obviously that's taking up a big chunk of my life. But yeah, I'm trying to record more of my songs, because I have so many songs. But every time I do, someone keeps stopping, and then I just get fucking pissed. I almost like, this is embarrassing, but I was like almost crying the other day because I hate my voice so much, and I don't always hate my voice. Sometimes I like my voice, sometimes I'm like, okay, you don't suck. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I sound so much better than I did 3 months ago. But I still then I'll like listen to someone who has like an actual good singing voice, and I'm like, oof, I don't know. I just hate seeing, I've said this before, but just seeing people my age or younger who are like better musicians than me. It's like, obviously, you know, that's gonna happen. I don't think I'm the best in the world. It just like destroys my ego, which isn't always the worst thing. It can be my motivation. It can be my, you know, oh, they all think I suck now. Well, wait till I show them. But sometimes it's just like depressing. It's like, oh, if I suck now, why am I gonna get better? Like, I can see how easy it is to just fall down the hole of, oh, well, I'm never gonna be the best, never gonna be better. You know, I can just live my life on autopilot, you know, get some generic job that pays just enough to live comfortably, spend my paychecks eating out. It's like, I don't know. That's easy. Like, that's like 90% of people. I'm not saying that like a judging way. I don't know. It's just so many people have dreams when they're younger. I feel like I could ask almost anyone I know who's like an adult, and they would be like, oh, well, when I was younger, I wanted to do blah, blah, blah. I wanted to be famous. I wanted to travel the world. And then like most of them don't ever do those things, which obviously like plans, dreams, goals change, but it's like depressing. It's like you never lived out your childhood dreams. And I mean, obviously some of them are unrealistic. Some kids are like, I want to be a princess, I want to be the president, whatever. But it's like, when it's the ones that could have happened, you know, you could have started your own business, whatever. Yeah, shit happens, but I just don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to be one of those people who are like, I had all these dreams when I was younger, back in the day, and then I just settled down and whatever. I don't know, because it's up to me. It's up to me. I mean, obviously, again, shit could happen. I could, you know, get run over by a car tomorrow and lose my ability to talk and see and hear and move my legs. Then it would be kind of hard to do my dreams, but assuming some big obstacle like that doesn't happen, it really is mainly up to me. Which is why I gotta, I mean, I've been doing good not procrastinating too much. It's just with school and stuff. I just have like so many, I don't know, I just like grew up around a bunch of musicians, and I have a lot of musicians in my life, but I don't know, it just sucks because like every single one that I know, they all had like the dream of being, or I mean, I didn't ask all of them this, but it seems like they had the dream of being a full-time musician, and just like me, like obviously, you know, that would be my dream. And then, you know, they all got different careers, and they still all do music. Or, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty I know who did music when they're younger, and I don't know they used to because they don't anymore. But I know plenty of musicians who still play music. They still play out and stuff. You know, like they enjoy it, but it's like it never ended up being their main thing. And they had to put their, which I don't know, like I understand that. I know like it's not a super well-paying career or whatever. It's not even about like making money. It's just I want to put my all into it. I want to put my all into something and not have to. I don't know. It's like I'm chasing the dreams of like Nepto babies or like people who are already rich, because like, oh well, they don't have to worry about making money, so they can do whatever. Then, you know, maybe they will become rich and famous because they can put so much time into it. But they wouldn't have been able to put all that time into it if they didn't have to worry about, or if they did have to. They wouldn't have been able to put all that time into it if they had to worry about making money because they're already rich or they're already successful or whatever. Which I know that's not everyone, but it's like I want that dream. It's like, oh, I want to just pretend that I'm already rich and I don't have to worry about shit. But I know I'm going to. I'm going to be 18, year and a half. I'm going to have to start worrying about my shit, and I can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to make music and hope everything works out good, and then be like broken, homeless. I don't want that to happen, but I don't know, I think just childishly, I'm like, if I put my all into something, then it'll work out good, and I'll, you know, be able to survive off music and art and traveling and whatever. And is that the most responsible perspective? Probably not, but it's what I want to believe. But no, I think realistically, I don't know, I guess it depends what I do about college, you know, if I choose to pursue my education. Everyone expects me to. It's so expected where I live for me to go to college. I don't know if it's for everyone, but I don't know, it's like, well, she graduated early, she's already getting her associates, she must be going off to some bigger college, she must be getting her master's and getting her whatever, PhD. It's like, whoa, slow down. Maybe I just want my associates. But I don't know. Everyone expects me to. And so it's like, it's not even like, oh, do you think you're going to go to transfer to new college? It's like, what college are you transferring to? Where are you going after this school? But I mean, yeah, like I said, I do like being a student, but it just depends what I do. Realistically, I don't know, maybe get a job. See, because I can't even be like, well, maybe get a job in this thing I like slightly less than being a musician, because like even those jobs are like still jobs that aren't easy to get. Like I was going to be like, well, working for documentaries, making my own documentaries, you know, filming shit. It's like, well, that's also not like a money pit. That's also not gonna keep me afloat again unless I'm like lucky or whatever, or make a break. But I do love documentaries. I've said that so many times. Just like real shit. The new like Beetlejuice movie came out, and I want to see it because I like the original, but I just can't take the time. It's like hours of my life sitting in a theater. And I'm so stupid for like this perspective. Like I hate how I love creating art. I love creating music, but then when it comes to absorbing art, absorbing movies and films, because that's art, I'm like, well, it's too much time. It's like, well, it's you know, it's like taking a class. You learn from it. I mean, again, if I was to sit on my ass watching movies 15 hours a day and being like, well, I'm learning because I'm consuming art and I want to be a movie director, then like, yeah, I'd probably call that lazy. But like if I'm like watching one movie a month, like if I'm watching this one movie in theaters that, you know, was relevant, just came out, it's just a couple hours of my day, I shouldn't feel like a piece of shit for, you know, sitting in a theater, because I'm gonna sit around doing useless shit anyway. But I don't know, that's my perspective on Beetlejuice. Speaking of Beetlejuice, did I say this? I'm doing musical theater, which again, that's like so weird for me. They've never been a theater person. And I might be Lydia from Beetlejuice. That'd be kind of cool. Because I do like Beetlejuice. I should see the new one. I'm just stupid sometimes. And also completely like irrelevant. I know I was gonna say like I'm trying to be a sober college student, but I did. I just can't believe it worked. I mean, I thought it was just kind of funny. It was like a little science experiment. I got like a jug of orange juice and put some like yeast in it and like left it in my closet for a couple weeks, and like it turned into alcohol. Like, I mean, like I saw stuff online saying that would work, but I was like, oh, I didn't think it would actually work. Like I could become like a little entrepreneur. Like fuck music. I could just sell homemade alcohol to high schoolers and college kids. it's more wholesome than I mean, is it more wholesome than drug dealing? Because in my like psychology class, it was like the most abused drug on high schools and colleges is alcohol, which makes sense because it's like the most accessible. Whether you make it yourself in your closet or it's just easier to get because it's not as looked down upon. It's legal for adults to do. I mean, same with weed now. I'm sure. I mean, weed's already super accessible for high schoolers and college kids, but it's going to be even more so, or is even more so now that it's... My phone like stopped recording because I ran out of storage, which that's so depressing. Like, what am I gonna do now if my phone's out of storage now? I'll just have to keep deleting things. But this is kind of like an old phone. It's like I've had it for I was gonna say 2 years, well, a year and a half, but it was someone else's phone before I got it, so I don't know how many years it's on. But I use it a lot. You know, it's my only phone. I listen to music a lot on it. It's like my main. Is it my main thing? I like googling random shit too. I won't lie. Like, I can, you know, I say I can't, like, sit around watching a movie, but I can rationalize, you know, Googling random shit at, like, random hours of the day. Just going down, like, rabbit holes of, like, irrelevant information. Because I'm like, well, I'm learning something. I should probably stop recording. This is, like, a little short talk session, whatever you call this. Rant. Just because I don't want to, I don't know, figure out my storage situation. I know I can't afford to buy any more storage, but see if I can delete some things. I'm usually pretty good about deleting storage though. Well, that's like honestly, part of the reason I upload these to YouTube is because then it's off my storage cloud, okay? Then I don't have to keep this in my inventory, in my iCloud, whatever. Because I just like documenting myself. I like looking back on these, be like, what was I up to on this day, this year, at this age, looking at this house. And I don't have to keep it on my phone because it's on the internet. Alright, good night, good morning, whatever. Just a short little talk session. Goodbye.